Please stop asking me out in messages and comments. It's very annoying. It's constant. And it's just like super annoying. And like, it's not right. Because most of you would know that I have a boyfriend because of my original song called I Have a Boyfriend, Don't Ask Me Out. And yeah, most people love that song. I hope it goes viral one day, but yeah, please don't ask me out. It is very annoying, and yeah.
Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, Mike, why would you include that young lady we just heard from in today's video? What are you, some kind of bully or something? And the answer is no, not at all. Even I have limits on who gets mocked and ridiculed. The reason I included her in today's video is to call out you fellas out there, and I know some of you are watching right now, who are constantly in her comments and messages asking her out. She's been crystal clear. The answer is no. She has a boyfriend. She even wrote a song about it, for crying out loud. It's called I Have a Boyfriend. Don't Ask Me Out. So enough's enough, fellas. The answer is no. Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So I have a pretty crazy Clown World update for you guys today, and as usual, we have absolutely no time to waste, so let's get into it. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment. So this is Samantha. Now, Samantha is a biological man who identifies as a trans woman. Now, Samantha calls himself a trans man, which is a trans lesbian. Fun fact about Samantha, he uses lesbian dating apps and the ladies' restroom.
Okay, that's not creepy.
All right, let's keep this party rolling with this very interesting turn of events as it pertains to Hollywood actor Michael Rapaport. Now, it's fairly widely known that Michael Rapaport suffers from a severe case of TDS, also known as Trump derangement syndrome. However, you know the tides are starting to turn when people like Michael Rapaport look at the direction this country is heading and say to themselves, well, maybe those mean tweets weren't too bad after all. Maybe I will be voting for Trump in 2024. What? Roll it.
If it comes down to pig dick Donald Trump and smoking Joe Biden, I'm sorry. I am sorry. Voting for pig dick Donald Trump is on the table. I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry. I'll still call him slob dick Donald Trump, pig dick Donald Trump, and all that. But we need to get this whole fucking situation under control.
Oh my goodness. That's the most badass thing I've ever heard.
Now listen, I have some criticisms of Trump myself, so if Michael Rapaport wants to call him these weird little made-up names like Pig Richard and whatever else he said, I got no problem with that. As long as Rapaport realizes that Donald Trump's vision for this country moving forward is better than whatever anyone else has put forth, including the current administration, then we're cool. Welcome to the basket of deplorables, Mr. Rapaport. Anyway, next up. So, ladies, this fella needs your advice on his, well, you know, period. Huh? Roll it.
Real talk? I am here on behalf of all ignorant men, apologizing to women for not taking periods seriously. Oh my God, what is happening right now? I didn't even know trans women could get periods, and I woke up at 2 a.m. yesterday with just cramps, and they come and they go, but they're always there, just always uncomfortably gripping my abdomen, you know? And then sometimes I feel like I'm getting stabbed, but it just never lets up. And, yesterday, f***ing sucked. It sucked. Pain meds, I'm breaking out, the pain meds don't really work. And then this morning, I woke up at 4 a.m. with back pain. Where did that come from? What other ingredients of this demon cake exist? Hi, baby. This blows, and I women all over the world should get like 10 extra weeks of paid time off, because this, like every month, oh my God. No, please. I need tips, and I need tricks, and I need coping mechanisms, because I can't just live like this. This f***ing sucks. Help, please.
What the f*** are you talking about, man?
All right, next up. So this person claims that non-binary people want to live outside the norms and social standards of society. Now, when people start talking like this, I have questions. I mean, we have norms and social standards for a reason. And by the way, the music in this clip is obnoxious. I don't know why they added it. Roll it.
Hi, my name is Luck, and I'm non-binary. I got into this debate with one of my cis friends who happens to just be a little bit ignorant about people like me. And I thought it'd be interesting to kind of recreate that. So you're they, them? No, I'm non-binary. Oh, like the third gender thing? No, it's more like a lack of gender. What do you mean? The binary is what our civilized society deems what is a man and what is a woman. Non-binary is saying F you to the standards and limitations of being either one of these binaries. Just being human is letting yourself do as you please without expectations or limitations or social standards.
Wow! The land of make-believe!
Alright, so this next clip is pretty interesting and not something that we see here on the channel very often. Now, one thing we do see quite often here on the channel is these biological men who identify as trans women and call themselves lesbians. Well, this burly person is the exact opposite of that. This is a biological woman who identifies as a trans man and claims to be gay. Got it? Roll it.
I love it when gay transphobes say shit like, "Oh, I'm not against trans people. It's just that I'm gay, so like I want a real man. I want a real man." Like, y'all say this stuff, they say this stuff, but my Grindr account has never known peace and quiet. Since I downloaded the app. Since I first made a profile there. All damn day. If you personally don't want me, I don't care. I got plenty of options, my dude. I don't give a shit. Cool. Move along. Gives me less shit to sort through.
In your circle, I'm sure you got all kinds of gays and trans whatevers of all stripes, but not where I come from.
Alright, next up. So this person who is a biological man that identifies as a trans woman wants to file a non-crime hate incident against the bank because the voice over the phone didn't match up with the name on the account, which is Sophie. Roll it.
So here I am outside Santander in Hove. This morning I went online and spotted a number of fraudulent transactions on my bank account. I rang up their online banking to report it, went through all of the security checks, no problem obviously, because it's my account, but still couldn't talk to them on the phone because my voice is not perceived to be that of Sophie. So I was just wondering when perceived gender became one of the security questions. So
how does that feel, baby?
I've already spoken to Sussex Police, who I'm a hate crime ambassador for, and they actually want it reported as a non-crime hate incident because the law allows for any kind of perceived prejudice to be recorded as unacceptable. And so I'm about to go in to see them, and the problem is that I'm talking to them on the phone this morning, and my account's been compromised and I'm feeling vulnerable, and yet they are unable to help me. So let's see what they say in a branch. Well, I've just come out of Santander where we've cancelled my card and ordered the new one. I did get called sir twice in the process, including once in response to me actually pointing out to them that my account said miss.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
Which was quite disappointing. So Santander, you really need to sort out your trans awareness training, and I will be taking this up with the people online. I'm not going to be arguing in the branch. I'll talk to you online.
Are you out of your f***ing mind?
All right, real quick, before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsors of today's video. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to let this loop on the screen just to remind everybody that this country is in good hands. Anyway, today's video is being brought to us by, first sponsor is Dylan Daly. Dylan, thank you so much for sponsoring today's video, sir. I really appreciate the support. Second sponsor of today's video is Santos. Santos, thank you so much for sponsoring today's video. Truly appreciated, sir. So today's video sponsors are Dylan Daly and Santos. Now, if you'd like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you.
So I strongly suggest that you wake the up.
All right, next up, so this lovely young lady is going to lecture us about whiteness, because of course she is. Now, can you imagine if I said, all right, I'm going to go start lecturing black people about their skin color? How well do you think that would go over? Roll it.
If there's one thing that I wish white people understood, it is this. Your whiteness is the heaviest thing about you. It is so heavy that it outweighs any and all other marginalizing identities. Now, this is not to say that other identities aren't heavy. This is not to say that other identities aren't hard to carry. But it is to say that your whiteness in a white supremacist society like the United States is the key to care, empathy, dignity, support, justice, and freedom that people of color with the exact same marginalizing identities as you cannot access because they are people of color. Your white is heavier than your woman. Your white is heavier than your trans. Your white is heavier than your disabled. Your white is heavier than your poverty. Your whiteness is the heaviest thing about you. Think on that.
That's just self-centered and racist. You need to shut the up.
Hey, where are the white women at?
All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping it up with this clip of a news story out of Chicago. Now, I'm not sure what's up with this lady's eyes, if she has some kind of condition or what, but I saw this clip over on Twitter, and the top comment said, when the energy drink kicks in as soon as you go live on air. I'm not saying that's a funny comment, I'm just saying that was the top comment. One thing I will say is this isn't photoshopped or AI generated. This is real. Anyway, I want to remind you guys that I'm going to be linking my wife's Etsy store in the description box of each video. She's got some great stuff in there, elderberry syrup, different kinds of salves and balms, and she just added some jewelry. So if you're looking for some Christmas gifts this holiday season, or you're looking to boost your immune system this winter, I highly recommend you going and perusing her store. And to the guy that got so offended the last time I shouted out her store, that says a lot more about you than it does me. Anyway, guys, things are clearly getting crazy out there, so please take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Till next time, love you guys. Peace. Roll it.
But of course, there's the other angle of this participation rate. Explain that to us and why we need to look at that.
Absolutely. Well, we're in a very good position to talk about what's going on in the job market. We work with a lot of Fortune 1000 organizations, and we get a good pulse on what's ramping and areas of growth. We also work with quite a few staffing firms, and they're kind of the first ones to experience that growth.
What's wrong with your eyes?
And you ain't black.